Okay, hello all you crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite and welcome back to Pokemon HeartGold. So there were a number of things that I was planning on doing, which I have decided not to do, primarily because I want this series to be over before never. I'm in the Battle Frontier right now. This is right outside of Olivine City, if I were able to check the map. There's the map. It's right outside of Olivine City. I went out and won a bunch of battle points, which I can spend on things. I have 153 battle points right now. I was going to do like an overview slash guide of this area, in addition to the Safari Zone, and then I decided that my overview slash informational tutorial walkthrough of this area was pretty bad, and I didn't want to keep it. I'm gonna buy a Flame Orb, and I'm going to give that to Machamp. I'm going to tutor some moves onto various Pokemon, and I think I actually don't have anybody besides Gengar in my party right now. Yeah, what was I doing? I basically went through the Battle Hall because I feel like that's the game that it is easiest to rack up battle points the fastest, and won a bunch of battles using Gengar because Gengar has the best type coverage of everybody on my team. And here I am now. There are other things that I consider doing that I will not have enough battle points to do. I would like to put you in my party, and you in my party. I guess Machamp in my party, because then I can assign the hold item. Yeah, there are other things that I would like to buy with battle points that I'm not going to because I didn't want to spend any more time than I already did last night just grinding out points. You can do move tutors in this area. You can also buy TMs, which I was also considering, but again, I don't want to just spend any more time than I already did doing that. In case you were wondering how long, whatever the time on my save file was in the last video, this is what it is now. I think I spent like 13 hours in here, which is a lot of time. I didn't do it exclusively in the Battle Hall. I also spent some time in the other buildings when I got bored of that. In any case, a fanatic about battles, Pokemon moves, yes. Teaching stuff in exchange for BP. I would like Gemini. And I would like, in a perfect world, if I had infinite BP, I would teach Thunder Punch over Discharge, but I do not have infinite BP, so I won't be doing that. I'm going to forget, I think, Flash in exchange for Fire Punch. That's okay with me. And I will be teaching, wow. Indeed, I will be teaching Ice Punch in place of whatever the other move is that I want to get rid of that isn't an HM because I can't get rid of that right now. Gemini, Ice Punch over, I think it's Light Screen? Light Screen. Okay, so I have Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Discharge. So that covers my three elements. My first Ice-type move in the entire game. So I can finally deal with my own kind. Next time, yeah, next time. There probably won't be a next time. Because I would like to get through this recording as quickly as possible. Yeah, I was also considering doing videos on the Safari Zone, which I decided against, and the Legendary Beasts, which I said I was going to do and decided against at the last minute because I also decided that was not fun in the slightest. Because, well, finding them for one, them and their habit of appearing randomly on random routes at random times. Let's see. The other thing that I can do, and I've kind of forgotten about this, is the, not the Apricorn Tree, but the Moo Moo Farms. That's a green Apricorn. And I can go in here, and I think I actually do have enough Oran Berries for this thing. I thought the requirement was 10, but apparently the requirement is less than 10. That's 1. That's 2, unless I gave it Oran Berries earlier and didn't remember, which could also be the case, but in any case, I did this in a failed take of this video in which every possible thing that went wrong could go wrong, and I had enough. So I'm just gonna dump Oran Berries into it. I think my berry pots are finished growing, so if I do need any more, I can go and obtain them from there. You're getting healthier. And if I do this enough, because an entire cow can be fed with like 5 or 10 or 8 berries or however many it is, the cow will magically be cured. And you're totally healthy! That's awesome. Now I can go into the next room and buy Moo Moo Milk, which is the cheapest healing item per dollar that you will find in this game. Realistically, money is not an issue anymore in this game for me, and it has not been for a very long time. But, it feels good to use Moo Moo Milks over, like, synthetic potions for healing, you know? You gotta locally source your healing items or something like that. I didn't think that through before I opened my mouth, as usual. So I think I'm gonna buy 5 dozen. I don't have the rest of the game ahead of me. I just have the Elite Four and Mount Silver ahead of me, and 5 dozen should be more than enough. Or I don't even know how many I bought at this point. I'm just gonna buy a dozen, and that's gonna be enough. Okay. We bought that, and I need to look at my healing items. I have 48 Moo Moo Milks. That's enough. I'm not going to buy any more. I'm also going to go to the Goldenrod department store because there is a TM I would like to know. And if I come up to the 5th floor, the TM counter, I can buy some things. And Solar Beam is the green one, TM22. I don't know the numbers, I just know that it's the green one in the Goldenrod department store. And I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to actually be needing this, but because it's not terribly expensive, like I said, money is something that I haven't worried about in this game for quite a while. And I haven't used Headbutt on Magmortar for some time now. I'm going to teach it to Magmortar. Magmortar would like to learn Solar Beam. Leo, gotta get the nicknames right. And I'm going to get rid of Headbutt. So my final moveset for Magmortar is going to be Thunderbolt, Lava Plume, Solar Beam, and Sunny Day. Which, okay, I can make do with that. Good special coverage. In the same way that Electivire has good mixed coverage. Okay, I came up the stairs and I'm gonna go down by the elevator. Most people will probably do it the opposite way because it's easier to walk downstairs than upstairs. Okay, let's get out of here. And there is one more thing that is vitally important that I do before I go back to the Pokemon League. And that... God, Route 45 is longer than I remembered. That is this rocky wall on Route 45. Route 46 is longer than I remembered. Route 45 is actually pretty small. There is a hidden item on here somewhere. There has to be. In fact, I know that because, again, the failed take. That is a PowerPoint Max. Okay, I don't know if that's going to come in handy, but for the sake of turning over every stone, except for the ones that I don't feel like turning over, roaming Pokemon, I'm going to be doing that. So now it's up to the Pokemon League. So my team before I go in. Hercules, Flame Orb. I'm just going to go into the summary screen because it's easier. Hercules is holding the Flame Orb, Payback, Strength, Earthquake, Revenge. Lyra holding the Leftovers, Earthquake, Explosion, Rock Smash, and Stone Edge. Gemini holding the King's Rock, which has a chance of making the opponent flinch. Rock Climb, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Discharge. I've been through that already. Sagittario holding the Choice Specs. This is what I did the Battle Hall mostly with. Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, Psychic, and Giga Drain, because it turned out I had the TM for Giga Drain, and didn't know that before this, apparently. Actually, I taught it over Mean Look, so I might have just wanted to keep Mean Look around in case I went after the legendary puppies, which I ended up not doing. But in any case, Giga Drain on Sagittario, which should be much more useful than Mean Look ever was. Leo, Shell Bell still. Thunderbolt, Solar Beam, Lava Plume, and Sunny Day. I taught Lava Plume over, what was it, Confuse Ray? At some point on Leo, because Confuse Ray was another one that I haven't been using, and even when I was, it wasn't very reliable. Lastly, Cassiopeia, Wise Glasses to slightly power up special moves, because that's about how useful I think Cassiopeia is going to be towards the end game. Calm Mind, Psychic, Grass Knot, and Reflect. Cassiopeia and Gengar are unfortunately kind of redundant in terms of, like, utility in battle in game. They're very similar Pokemon except for the types. They learn similar moves. I ended up giving most of my TMs to Gengar for whatever reason. They have similar stat distributions. They have similar weaknesses, at least to an extent. Or as far as like Ghost and Dark go. And I kind of knew that was going to be the case when I made this team, and I just did it anyway because I wanted the gimmick. The Elite Four, really tough once I enter. Okay, let's see. So I'm leading with Machamp, even though Will is a Psychic-type master, because I'm looking at his team, and that's slightly unfair because I know what he's got to lead off, and he doesn't know what I've got to lead off, or at least he doesn't have a say in how his team looks in my lead. So I'm going to go up against Will, and he is going to lead off with a Bronzong at level 58. Your moves are Gravity, Reflect, Payback, and Psychic. Your ability is Heat-proof, so that is known, so I can safely use Earthquake on you. I cannot use a Fire-type move and expect it to do large amounts of damage, but I can use Earthquake on you and expect it to do large amounts of damage. I took the Lagging Tail off Hercules for reasons relating to the Flame Orb. Wow. Okay, you're going to put the Reflect up and you're going to heal. I'm going to get burned by the Flame Orb. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna get burned by the Flame Orb, and I'm still not going to be able to KO because you did put the Reflect up. Yeah. Alright, I know how this game works. I've been playing this game for long enough that I know how it works. Unless I score a critical hit. So there's a 6% chance of this being the end of Bronzong. Not that it matters. The burn isn't going to do a terribly large amount of damage, and I'm going to be outspeeding you anyway, so you won't be able to use Psychic on me. Okay, slow down, Dragonite. So that's it for Bronzong. Burn does what, 1/10? I think it's 1/10. Can't remember, I think it's 1/10. I think it got nerfed in later generations to 1/16, but... Alright, Hercules is going to be hurt by the burn. That looks like a 10th. 40 damage in 2 turns, 20 damage a turn out of 186. Grumpig is up next. Instead of running this Elite Four how I probably should, which would be to win, I'm still kind of trying to use this in an effort to round out my team's levels. So Gemini and Cassiopeia are probably going to be getting preferential usage in this round of battles. You may have noticed Sagittarius is a higher level than when I left off last time. When I was doing the battle haul, I honestly, and this is a very dumb reason to do anything, but I got sick and tired of seeing level 57, almost level 58 all the time, so I just bumped it up to an even level 60. It didn't affect the difficulty of the opponents in that area because they scaled to yours. God, that didn't do any damage at all. Maybe I should have taught Thunder Punch, because what's my physical special differential? Thunder Punch and Discharge are about the same power. I think Thunder Punch is 75, Discharge is 80. My physical attack is 172, my special attack is 121. With that said, it might be better to use a not stabbed Fire Punch instead of Discharge. Let's see, assuming I can hit. Yes, I do. Okay. Okay, never mind. Grumpig is just very defensive. Grumpig, Confuse Ray, as we've seen. Signal Beam. Power Gem and Psychic, as we've also seen. Own Tempo is your ability, so you can't be confused. Can I burn you with Fire Punch? I think there's only a 10% chance of that happening, whereas there's a 30% chance of paralyzing with Discharge. Snapping out of Confusion, I approve. If I can paralyze you with Discharge, that will make this slightly easier. You're gonna use Psychic again, no paralysis. Can I take one more? I don't want to chance it. Hyper Potions. Moo Milks are for use outside of battle, really. Nothing like a good nutritious, quart of milk, or whatever the measurement is in Johto. I have no idea if they use metric or imperial. Probably metric, because everywhere who isn't the United States and like one other country in the middle of nowhere uses metric over imperial. Okay. Let's see, if you don't decide to go and confuse me with Confuser, I'd appreciate that. I don't think this will be KOing you. It did not. Okay, you flinched. Oh, that's right, I have the King's Rock, that's nice. I can make you flinch. And you decided not to heal. Do Elite Four members on the second time through, do they have 2 Hyper Potions, Full Restores rather, or 1? I want to say they have 2, although you haven't used that there. Jinx. Jinx is up next. Jinx! It's going to be level 60. Fake Tears to lower my attack, I think. Lovely Kiss to put me to sleep, I think. Dream Eater in case I'm asleep, so I guess Lovely Kiss probably puts me to sleep, otherwise you wouldn't have Dream Eater. And Blizzard is your last move. Is the Reflect still up? Is that why Fire Punch did so little damage to Grumpig? You're going to use Lovely Kiss, and that is going to put me to sleep. Excellent. Forewarn is your ability. If I can, you're probably going to use Dream Eater, right? Screw you. Okay, I'm gonna heal on this turn because I don't want to go through that again. I'm sitting on my actual chair instead of my exercise ball. Oh god, no, critical hit, no, bad. No, do not approve. Should have thought that through. Okay. That might not have killed if it wasn't a critical hit. Do I have another way of dealing with you, of dispatching you nicely? Lyra, you do it. Magmortar would be easier, but as I said, I am preferring experience over swiftness. Blizzard, that could be an issue. You're weak to ice. Could be an issue. I have a lot of HP, but I don't know if that's gonna matter. No. Bad. Ugh. Lyra died. Okay. The one time in this game where I wish the sturdy ability worked the way it did in Gen 5. Okay, so I just wasted 2 Pokemon because I'm confident. Magmortar, you do it. Yes, you're faster. I am okay with that. Goodbye, Jinx. That's what you get for landing a super critical hit of a Dream Eater on my Electivire. I'm pretty sure... Slowbro. Yeah, I'll stay in. I'm pretty sure, if it wasn't a critical hit, Electivire would have survived. I don't know why I didn't decide to just use an Awakening immediately, but I didn't. Let's use a Sunny Day. Which I probably could have done while Jinx was still on the field and saved a turn here. Okay, you're gonna use Curse, that's great. Raise your physical defense. I'm not gonna use a physical attack. You don't have a physical attack. Yes, you do. You have Curse, Amnesia, Body Slam, and Psychic. So, should you gain the ability to get off a Body Slam, that would do more damage than before, and possibly paralyze me, which I don't want. However, I don't think you want what I just did, which is a super effective Solar Beam to the face without a charge turn because Sunny Day is in effect. Go! No, okay. You're gonna use Curse again, and you just sealed your own grave. Okay. Own Tempo, by the way, you can't be confused. Your ability. Let's see, your defense went up, the Sunlight is strong. And I'm gonna do it again. And you don't have anything you can do about that. I just butchered that sentence. Goodbye, Slowbro. Alright, thanks, Leo. Really helped me out. Up next is going to be, who are you going to send out next? You have 2 Pokemon left. Gardevoir. Okay, Gardevoir. Calm Mind, Charge Beam, Focus Blast, and Psychic. You have a number of ways that you can boost your special attack, which I don't like. Traces your ability, as you saw. So you now have Flame Body. That doesn't affect me because I don't have any contact moves that I might want to use. Lava Plume should be doing a lot of damage. Gardevoir is fairly specially defensive, but okay. That was fine. That was half. That was actually less than I was expecting with a fire boosted move of type fire. That made no sense. You should be able to take you down though on this turn, right? Damage rolls! No, that might be it for Leo. I have the Shell Bell. The Shell Bell isn't worth anything. I don't know why I have the Shell Bell. It's mostly out of lack of other things to use. And Focus Blast missed. Okay. That was lucky. I don't know why you didn't do Psychic. As I've told everybody who will listen, the AI looks like down the list of moves that you have, and if it finds one that can KO, it will use it regardless of whether or not if it's the safest move. And sometimes that works out in your favor, and sometimes it screws you over, and that worked out in my favor. Okay, the sun is still in effect, right? This is your last Pokemon. I didn't see the sun wear off. I think the sun is still in effect. Super effective Thunderbolt will be 190 points of power. Stab, Fire, Sun Boosted Lava Plume will be 180 points of power. I'm gonna use Thunderbolt. You're gonna use Psychic. You're faster. Zatu, level 62. Confuse Ray, Quick Attack, Shadow Ball, and Psychic. And I think that's the end of... 1 HP! I guess that is not the end of the line for Magmortar. I'm okay with that. 1 HP. Your ability is Early Bird, so don't bother putting it to sleep, otherwise it'll just wake up. And that's your Citrus Berry, which is your hold item. Perfect timing! Let's see. That's Michelle Bell. I don't know who I want to switch into. Cassiopeia can take it, but Cassiopeia can't dish anything out because all my good attack moves are on Gengar. You don't have any moves that are capable of missing, nor would you. You might, in fact, use Quick Attack. I think my best option is actually to just use a Revive here. Revive. Or just heal Leo. But, I think I would rather give Gemini the experience than Leo. Alright.
Hey.
Who's faster, Gemini or Leo, by the way? You're gonna use Quick Attack. As if you're not faster than me anyway. Leo, I'm sorry, you're a couple experience points away from around level 60, but it was not meant to be. Your speed stat is 139, and yours is 130. So there's a chance Gemini might be able to outspeed. I don't know if I should like count on that or not. Let's see. Any one of my attack moves, okay, I'm not able to outspeed. Any one of my attack moves should be able to take you down. Yes, okay. That did about the same amount of damage to you as it did to Leo, I think. And Will, you did your best. So did I. And my best was a little more than your best. Once again, only a couple experience points away from a level. Thank you, Will. What do you have to say? You were defeated, you won't change your course. I will continue battling until I stand above all trainers and I move on and experience the true ferocity of the Elite Four. That's fine. I am going to heal. I am going to switch my party around just a little bit. And I'm going to end this video. So, my name is Dragonite. This has been Pokemon HeartGold. We're getting down to the end, finally, for real. Because it's not like I haven't said that before in this game. Hercules' burn looks painful. I will see you all later.